All right, I'm finally back to give you guys a haul and some thoughts on some of the new fragrances that are out. It took a little longer than I expected, but we're here now, so let's get into the fragrances. I'm gonna start off with Snif Gentle Reminder, because this is the one I was so excited for. I know a lot of you guys were as well. I'm a huge fan of Heal the Way, which was the first collaboration with Alex L that happened with Snif, and this is the second one. The lavender in here paired with the kind of like lactonic and sweet notes had me really excited, because I do like lavender, but I also can really love lavender when it's kind of fluffy and marshmallowy and that type of thing, which I kind of thought maybe it'd go that direction, but I've been sitting with this one for a while. I've been wanting it to grow on me, and it just isn't. I feel like a lot of people are loving this though, and I love that for everyone. Fragrance is very personal, although it's very popular right now. We all have different tastes, so I'm glad a lot of people are loving this, but I find it to be almost a little more animalic than the Heal the Way. I do get something a little animalic in Heal the Way. I don't know if it's the Palo Santo or what, because these both have that in here. So again, I don't know where that's coming from, but in Gentle Reminder, I just feel like it's a little more powdery. It still has this kind of creamy, milky, almost something kind of vanillic going on. The full list of notes are sugar, milk, dates, black tea in the top, purple yam, lavender, and Palo Santo in the base. And at least to me, I don't pick up on any of those notes actually individually. I really don't pick up on like specifically lavender. I don't necessarily pick up on the dates by themselves. I don't pick up on the milk necessarily by itself. It's very, to me anyway, well blended and like one kind of cloud. I do get the name Gentle Reminder. Like when I smell this, it smells comforting. It smells, again, like an all-encompassing kind of comfy cloud. And honestly, the first time I smelled this, I did think, oh, it's very similar to Heal the Way, but just again, it has something a little like animalic that is just a little too much for me, along with kind of the powderiness that's in here. I don't know, it just doesn't work for me, and I do find it, again, very similar to Heal the Way, so I feel like I'll always choose that one over it. Again, I really do like Heal the Way. This one to me is just a little bit sweeter. It also comes across creamier in a more gourmand, like pistachio cream. That's kind of how they marketed it, and I really love that about it. I'll give you notes while we're here. This has vanilla absolute, pistachio, Palo Santo, musk, amber, and davina in it. And in a similar way to Gentle Reminder, Heal the Way is comforting and cozy as well, but definitely more my style. So those are kind of my thoughts. I'd love to know what you guys think though. Did you pick this up? How are you liking it? Of course, if you picked it up, I hope you're loving it. Let me know if you have some like fragrance combos. Maybe that's a way I could wear it a little bit more. But again, I just love Heal the Way, and to me, they definitely have a similarity between the two of them. Like I feel like they're sister fragrances almost, and this is the one I choose. So anyway, if you're gonna pick up anything from Snif, I do have a code. It's Lauren10, and that is affiliated. I also saw a sneak peek that the No Noses Inc., the kind of like extra secret brand that Snif does, they mostly just like launch what feel like more experimental fragrances in that line. They're coming out with something, and it looks like a Swedish candy fragrance. So I'm very excited for that. I think it's coming out on the 3rd. So you know with Snif, they always have something new coming. I'm really sad to say that I have not smelled the Ellis Brooklyn smoothie or milkshake fragrances. They're milkshakes, they're not smoothies. I was gonna get them sent to me in PR, but they haven't come yet. We'll see if they do. So I'm so sorry I can't give you thoughts on them. I would love to know your thoughts on them. Influence me in the comments, but at some point I will give you thoughts on those, but I don't have them yet. I do have the Phlur body mist. These are the newest one. We have Beach Skin and Peach Skin, and I was really excited. I don't know why I was kind of shocked by these. I think they're really good summer releases. Just body mist in general, I think, depending on how hot it is where you are, it can be a lot. So a body mist is a nice in between. Not everyone wants the most beast mode fragrance, and I kind of get that. But okay, let's talk about Beach Skin first. I really thought it was gonna go a little bit more like Maison Margiela Replica Beach Walk. So that beachy sea air thing, but not necessarily as sweet or maybe as creamy, more fresh, but it does have a little bit of sweetness. It does have a little bit of creaminess, but I don't think it goes over the top where it starts becoming like coconut milky to me. It doesn't really go into gourmand territory, but it also isn't like overly floral, at least to my nose. It still does have a freshness, a little bit of lift. It's also not overly fruity. Like I feel like Guava Granita is like that fruity kind of beach scent. It's very nice, very pleasant. If you're looking for kind of that middle ground, just like quintessential beach fragrance, I think this one's nice. It has notes of bergamot, ozonic accords, pink pepper in the top. In the heart, solar accord, coconut nougat, melon. And then in the base, sandalwood, vanilla, and musk. I honestly don't even feel like the melon is super prominent. I feel like sometimes melon can get a little, it can be good, but it can be kind of weird, or like can go sour to me, or just kind of stinky in a way, like watermelon specifically. So I'm glad that's not too heavy in here, and more than anything, I feel like it gives it a freshness along with the bergamot. Again, it has kind of that warmer woody base and just a small touch of that kind of like pepperiness on the top. Just very clean with a nice slight sweetness, slight coconutiness, you know, that I feel like is appropriate for a beach scent, but I don't feel like it goes overly like gourmand and milky. Like I think they have what, coconut skin. That one to me is like richer and a little denser. So a nice beach scent specifically, if that's what you're looking for. As for peach skin, I was kind of like, is this going to be a peach ring? Is it going to be like a fresh peach fuzz? Like what's going on? And I almost find this verging on like unisex in a way. Like it has a little bit of sweetness, but it was done differently than I kind of expected in a good way, because I feel like peach, there's just a lot of peach fragrances, and I do feel like peach can like overtake something where it's just like, this shit is peach, okay? Like, it's a peach fragrance, that's all it is. Let me read you the notes though. Peach Bellini, bergamot, peach skin in the top, white freesia, vanilla orchid, and jasmine nectar in the heart, and then the base has milky sandalwood, sheer amber, and coconut caramel. I think again, because this is a body mist and how it's done, it just has a sheerness to it that I just appreciate. I feel like even the description of like a milky sandalwood and the coconut caramel can seem like it's gonna go really like dense and like too much, but I don't find that to be the case. There's something almost kind of spicy going on. Right now I'm actually getting like a lighter body mist and kind of airier, I guess, version of Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid. I believe that also has like a peach thing going on in it, if I'm not mistaken, and I feel like this is that fragrance without as much florals maybe, and I feel like the vanilla in there is a little bit denser and creamier, and I feel like this one's just, again, more sheer. I think they're both solid launches, and if you're interested in one of these types of scents, if you're interested in peach, if you're interested in beach, again, very solid body mist launches. I did decide to pick up the new Ledda fragrance. I have every single one from the line, so I was like, I'm gonna do it. And I think they're having a Memorial Day sale, if I'm not mistaken. Now, if you've watched other videos from me, you probably know rose isn't like my #1 note, okay? Like, there was like a matcha tea latte note. I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to get my nose on it. I wanted to smell it. And it is nice for a rose. I actually quite like it. It has a tartness kind of to it. I don't find this to be overly powdery necessarily, which is nice. Okay, maybe tart's a little extreme, but there is something almost like citric, or I don't know. It could be the strawberry. There's strawberry in the opening of this, and like I find sometimes that can be even a little tangy, or like the way the fruit comes off. So I like that opening. You also pick up some of the rose, but again, I feel like overall it mixes really well. It smells like a nice like girly cocktail in a way, like a strawberry rose drink. There is the matcha latte, and maybe that adds like honestly a little grassiness or something slightly green or fresh, but I don't know if I pick up that a ton, which I'm actually glad, because matcha to me as a note, like there are a lot of matcha fragrances coming out, and like they're smelling like grass. It's smelling like, I don't it smells like dirt. It's not necessarily my favorite. What I love about this, and I think makes it, I don't know if unique's the right word, but I do think interesting, is that in the base you definitely start smelling that vanilla coming through, which is creamier, and I think it contrasts in a way with that kind of rosy fruitiness I get initially, and in that way it kind of reminds me of Delina Exclusive, or like something like that, but not exactly. Definitely not a dupe. Even with that rose in here, it does smell kind of like a fresh rose too, like literally like my nose is in a rose, and I also get almost like the kind of thorns as well, which could be again that matcha tea latte note, maybe that greenness of a stem. Let me get you full list of notes though. Top, pink pepper, matcha green tea latte, strawberry. In the mid, pear blossom and rose, and then in the dry down, white woods, musk, amber, and vanilla. I love that vanilla, I'm telling you. There's something about it that's interesting. Again, not that I feel like it contrasts in a bad way, it just kind of keeps the fragrance moving a little bit, and I think it's really well done. And I felt like that about so many of the Ledda fragrances, and this one kind of follows along. Like I think they're solid fragrances. So if you're interested in kind of a fresh, almost watery, fruity rose that's not overly sweet, but has a nice like vanilla creamy dry down, it's definitely a good one. Next, I have a PR item that has me so excited because I'm a big Anthropologie girl. As someone who is plus size, I love the clothes, I love the homewares. I'm very into Anthropologie, and I got a perfume from them. This is one of their new ones, but it also came with so many cute goodies, which I'm so excited about. This is a lemon bag. They have like a lot of farming or like gardening motifs going on, I feel like, for spring and summer. They also have some like nautical and beach stuff, but this is all beaded. There's also a little keychain here, which is so adorable. I can't wait to put that on my keys. I know this isn't perfume related yet, but look at these cute little clips as well. These are like tomato, which we will get into because I have a tomato fragrance. Then there's some olives. This is like a flower. An example of some of the cute dishes. This is a cup with a little pineapple in the middle. So cute. I really like this. I think it's blown glass style of cup that they do with different little icons, and they come out with them every season. So I have like a skull one. I have some hearts. They're really cute, and I love that you can get different ones for your style. And then one of the last items I wanted to show you is this cute little berry holder. It has cherries on the outside, so you could use that. I've wanted to get one for a long time because it does have the holes for actually like straining, but absolutely adorable. I'm sorry that wasn't all fragrance, but I just wanted to show you because I think it's so cute. And like I said, I'm a big Anthropologie girly, so it's a big deal to me. But let's talk about Nectar. This is a new fragrance that they came out with. It retails for $68, so it is on the more affordable side. And this is gonna be definitely for someone who loves like a fruity floral. It's really juicy. It has a pink pineapple note in here, but there's also some apple, I wanna say. Yeah, definitely apple. There's also pear, so those fruity notes are definitely happening, but it is set against florals as well. There's some rose in here, jasmine petals, daylily, and then the base has cedarwood, golden amber, and sheer musk. Honestly, a super likable fragrance. I think a lot of people will enjoy this. An easy wear. It has a nice sweetness level to it as well. So if you're into fruity florals, it might be one to check out. It kind of reminds me of some of like the Coach fragrances, something along those lines, at least in my remembering. So again, think fruity floral if that's your vibe. I personally wish this was like more unisex, you know me, or a little vanilla cupcake. That would be my personal favorite, but it is nice to have fragrances at different price points, so I do appreciate that. There were a couple others I want to say in this line as well, or like similar packaging, that I kind of want to check out. So that is Nectar from Anthropologie. Let me know if you've tried this, if you like it. Also, if you are interested in anything Anthropologie, they are doing a sale for Memorial Day too. I believe it's an extra 40% off sale items. I love to shop clothing when they run that deal, but also specifically like plates, houseware, those types of things. It's very nice to get that discount on top of sale items already. I have a few more PR items. I got this one from Noyz. This one's called Detour. I didn't even know this was coming out. And out of all the PR, this is one I quite like, but it's kind of weird that I like it when I especially look at the notes, because I get something sweet. I'm almost picking up on like a raspberry or some type of sweet berry that's adding the sweetness, but then there's almost a greenness coming through as well, like more slightly on the cannabis side, but in a fresh way. Like it could just be like a very fresh raspberry that's adding a little bit of that tartness that could come off that way. So it's kind of like that, but maybe a little floral, a little musky, but I do find it to be more of a skin scent in terms of like how all of that comes across. There's a sheerness. I don't know, it's interesting, but these are the notes. Apple blossom and mandarin in the top. I guess that's the juiciness I'm getting, the kind of fruitiness I'm getting. The mid notes have jasmine, gardenia, and tiare. So very floral in the mid. And then it has musk, vanilla, and papyrus. I think that papyrus might be adding that greenness or something. I don't know. Very interesting notes. Not what I expect when I smell it at all, but there's something about it that's kind of intriguing to me. I don't know. Maybe check it out, see if it's for you. A little different for me, but I liked it more than I kind of expected to, I guess. And that's why I kind of just am like, interesting. Okay, something totally different for me. This is Jones Road, and it's their fragrance Brooklyn. Jones Road has like a clean fragrance that's very, like, if you love a clean scent, you're like, I want to smell like straight up soap bar. I want to smell like almost like itchy dry skin to me. Like, not actually, you're not gonna smell like itchy dry skin, but I just mean like so clean. You're squeaky, baby. You're squeaky. They have one called Shower or something like that, and that's what it gives you. Now, Brooklyn still to me comes across like fresh and clean in a way, but it does have more of something like lemony or like citrusy. I get something a little bit aromatic, a little floral potentially. The main notes I can see on this one are lemon, neroli, sandalwood. So I'm definitely picking up on the neroli, but I feel like think of all three of those notes, the lemon, the neroli, the sandalwood. I do feel like it's almost coated in a powdery shell or something. Like it's not just straight up bitter like I sometimes get neroli to be, or only the freshness. There's something still kind of clean. I do think this would be good for high heat if that's your style. I can see this being a really easy to throw on scent if you don't want something too much, again, especially in high heat. So I think people who will like the scent will really like it. Not sure if it's the one for me. I feel like that's kind of a lot of what I'm talking about. Like, even as I'm trying to review them for you, I get that everyone has different scent preferences, so they might be for you, but I don't know how many of these are going to be like my personal favorites. You guys know I'm like stuck on 1111 vanilla. I'm stuck on Escapade Gourmand. Like, I'm trying to like other stuff, but I'm kind of in a fragrance rut, but not in a bad way. Like, I like being in that rut. It's nice in that rut. It's cozy and it's sweet and delicious smelling, okay? That being said, I do have a gourmand to talk about. This is from the Lush and Hello Kitty and Friends collection. I almost bought this online, but I was like, girl, it's Lush. It might not be good. Don't do it. So I actually was in store and they had one left. I thought this would like sell out like crazy. So I was grateful to be able to smell it. And to me, this is giving like Snow Fairy with a little bit of like a creaminess. Now I will say it's still Lush, so like there's a little bit of something else going on, especially in the dry down, but I do think this one's really sweet, almost bubblegummy, but imagine like a creamy bubblegum or like a cream candy bubblegum, or even, you know, those like licorice with like the cream filled centers. It's kind of giving that, but if it was bubblegum flavored, you know? That being said, in the dry down, it does get almost a little florally and also a little bit more clean powdery, so definitely keep that in mind. This is still very new to me, but I was thinking about pairing it with the Kayali Yum Bougie Marshmallow. I thought that might be a nice combo. I don't even know what the notes are on this, to be honest. Let's look it up. Okay, some of the notes. Cotton candy, definitely get that, but think of like the concentrated form of cotton candy, okay? Vanilla Absolute, orange oil, and patchouli. I think whatever's happening in that dry down is the patchouli, but I think it still works. Might be one to check out. I don't know if it's still like available, if I just got lucky or whatnot, but they have a ton of other stuff in the collection as well. They have like bath bombs, they have a shower gel in that same scent, but I have the Snow Fairy one, so I didn't feel like it was necessary. I also did go into Bath & Body Works and pick up those candles I told you guys I was thinking about. They were doing buy one, get one free. Yeah, I think that buy one, get one free candles is still going on, so that must be what they're doing. And for that price, I was like, okay, at least they're like 50% off. I can do that. Sugar cone crunch is so good, guys. This has notes of freshly baked sugar cone, caramel, sea salt, gooey marshmallow. I already burned this yesterday and it smells like Rice Krispie treats. It smells so good. The vanilla is very creamy, almost like melted ice cream vibes, or like, yeah, that gooey marshmallow. So good. But there is still that kind of cone, or again, the Rice Krispie. I don't know. It was giving me Rice Krispie vibes in the best way. Really, really love this one. And then the pastel taffy is the other one I liked. I know one of you guys said that it didn't have good throw, so I'm hoping it's not going to be bad once I actually burn it, but this has notes of sticky saltwater taffy, tropical fruits, vanilla sea salt. Again, smells good, kind of like vanilla and creamy, but a little bit more fruity, not too much fruit though, so I'm excited for both those candles. But Bath & Body Works also has a tomato fragrance out right now. I feel like that is like bold for Bath & Body Works. I'm like, what? They're like gourmands, fruity florals, like beachy scents, coconut scents. Like, they do a lot of dupes now as well. So a tomato scent had me really intrigued. This is what the packaging looks like on it. I thought it was so cute that they did like almost like a can of tomatoes. Like, how cute is that? Anyway, I think a tomato scent can be really fresh. I actually just finished up the Loewe tomato hand soap. If you want to splurge, I got it as a gift for my birthday. Thank you, thank you. I was like so grateful for, loved the gift so much. But that scent is so good for the kitchen, and also the hand soap itself is very, very nice. So just throwing it out there. If you were needing an excuse to splurge on a bougie hand soap, that one's very nice. Anyway, Off the Vine from Bath & Body Works, okay? I don't know, there's something about this I really like. It's sweeter than I expected. I feel like tomato scents can be very green and kind of tart, maybe even going a little astringent, but this one definitely goes a little bit more sweet. So I do think that makes it more appropriate for like Bath & Body Works customer, actually likable. It doesn't take the tomato too literal, but I do still get like a tomatoey scent. There's almost something a little unisex or like musky going on in here that I really like. To me, I was saying it's almost like a tomato scent met Baccarat, but I don't want to give you the wrong idea if you're like, oh, it's like Baccarat. It's not, but there is something about the sweetness in here that, I don't know, know, made me at least have that thought, so I don't know. The notes for this: heirloom tomato, garden geranium, and Mediterranean moss. I guess, I don't know, but very interesting. If you're into a potential tomato note, but you don't want to go too tomato, like you still want some sweetness, it might be something to check out. I actually thought it was great. They have a bunch of body care items as well. Kind of fun of Bath and Body Works. I'm like, okay, I see you, kind of love it. I feel like this was such a little chatty haul update, whatever the heck it was, but I have 3 more fragrances I want to talk about. I have some from the Skylar Scent Club. I have Sticky Mango and Party Crasher. I felt like both of these were things maybe you guys would want to know about. I don't know. I thought, why not add them in here? I'll talk about Party Crasher first. These are both from the Scent Club. Skylar does a Scent Club every month. I've been subscribed for forever, so at this point I just like, it's the like not knowing what the next month is going to be. I gotta know, so I stay subscribed. But these are roller balls, and I definitely think that's like not for everyone. It's not gonna be for everyone. I've been trying to find Party Crasher. I don't know if they just sold them all, because this was like a gourmand like cake scent. So this had rainbow sprinkles, strawberry blossom, cake batter as the main 3 notes. That's like all I can see right now. And I definitely get the cake batter. It's giving that kind of like yellow cake, almost kind of buttery, and that kind of comes up first. It also could smell like kind of like Captain Crunch cereal, like, but imagine it chewed up in your mouth or something. That's kind of what it's giving as well. That kind of butteriness that comes from the Captain Crunch, you know what I'm talking about? Anyway, as it's on, I do feel like some fruitiness kind of peeks through that, but it has kind of a Skylar scent about it. If you are familiar with the house, I do feel like Skylar's scents all kind of carry through this house DNA of something kind of light or showery. I do think they're more like likable perfumes, but sometimes I do feel like they can come off a little juvenile, so it's about like finding that right one. A fun one, but I don't know if it's my favorite, and I do feel like part of the Scent Club for them is like being able to test scents and see how they do, so it's kind of fun to like know what's coming out. That's how Boardwalk Delight was. It was part of the Scent Club and then became a fragrance. So that's Party Crasher. If you get the Scent Club, let me know. Did you like Party Crasher? The more recent month was Sticky Mango, and this one is very interesting. I feel like in a way it almost smells similar to Party Crasher to me. Like there is this kind of ricey thing going on, but as much as I can definitely smell white rice or like some kind of steamed rice, because I know this is called Sticky Mango and I know that's what it's going for, it also could kind of just be like something slightly bready slash like, I don't want to say savory, but not necessarily sweet. Like it has more of, yeah, a ricey, grainy breadiness to it. But then on top of that, again, kind of layered. It doesn't feel like mixed in. It's like I smell the bread and then I smell the mango. And to me, the mango in here comes across almost like a mango nectar, like not quite a juice, a little bit thicker than that, but juicy and like scent and the fruitiness of it. So again, it's fun. I definitely think like this is the appropriate size of these fragrances for me. I need to just get atomizers for them. I've heard people do that, and that would really like change the game on these for me. You know, I think mango sticky rice is a fun scent, and I think it's nice for like summer. And I mean, yeah, it is mango sticky rice in a lot of ways, very like gourmand, and I feel like, you know, rice notes, matcha, those are very popular right now, so I also think it's kind of fun for that. So if you get the Scent Club, let me know what you thought. And last, I guess I'll leave it off on this one from Josie Maran. I just have a little sample here, so I thought I would give you some thoughts. Josie Maran came out with body mists of the fragrances they have in the body scrubs and body butters. I think that's everything, but this is the Topless Tangerine, and wow, what a juicy scent. Honestly, very nice, and it smells like specifically tangerine as well. Like when I smell this, I'm like, oh, this isn't just orange, this isn't clementine, this is tangerine, and I smell it. Really fresh. It almost gives slightly, though, it kind of goes a little creamy at the end, so it's like the freshest tangerine creamsicle thing going on, like with just a touch of the creamsicle. It's really, really nice, actually. If you're super into citrus, you want something bright and fresh, that's like your vibe, I would actually check this out and see how you like it, because it's really nice. It's really nice, especially for summer, and it's really interesting because I feel like the juice itself is kind of milky in here, which is not what I don't know. The notes on this: tangerine, yuzu, pink grapefruit, holy crap, tons of citrus, melon, blackcurrant, pineapple, brown sugar in the base. That's that like sweet, I guess I'm getting creamy, but like it just takes it from just being like citrus and then going kind of cleaner or like astringent. Actually pretty good, and one that, not that I didn't have high hopes for it, but like I guess I didn't. I guess it shocked me pretty damn good. I'm popping in because I wanted to let you guys know about this laundry sauce product. They did send this to me, but I've been wanting to try it for a while. I picked out the scent Australian Sandalwood, and this is how it comes. It's 30 pods in here. As you can tell, oh gosh, I have been using them. So I wanted to give you guys some thoughts in case you were curious as well, since I had these and I thought I'd include them in the haul. These are little laundry pods, and the sandalwood scent is pretty nice. It kind of gives me unisex, maybe slightly leaning masculine vibes. It's more of like a powdery sandalwood to me. And although that's not my favorite type of sandalwood, I will say this has grown on me as a laundry scent, especially when it comes to towels and like sheets, because this kind of has a lived in kind of boyfriend smell, at least to me. I've been enjoying it. You guys know I was using the Snif laundry stuff before. I do like using a nice smell good laundry. We have a smaller like washer dryer combo type of situation in our apartment, so we do smaller loads, and I do find the scent is pretty strong for, you know, what I kind of expected, and I've been enjoying it. It almost smelled like initially like someone else's clothes or laundry, but still very clean. I do think it has a luxe smell, especially I think on my towels. That's like my favorite, but I've heard from one of you guys that the saffron scent is kind of like baccarat, so I think that's what I want to try next. So anyway, just thought I would leave this here. Let me know if you've tried other scents, which one you guys recommend or what's your favorite. I'm definitely going to try some other ones and have enjoyed this. I do have a code as well, so if you're thinking of trying it, you can use that to save some money. But yeah, I wanted to include the laundry sauce in here in case you were thinking about it like I was. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and just chit-chatting, hanging out, letting me show you kind of the haul I have of like PR as well as things I've bought recently. I feel like I haven't picked up as much, but I do really want to get my nose on those milkshake fragrances from Ellis Brooklyn. So let me know if you smelled them, how they are. I kind of want to hear your thoughts, and it'll be interesting once I do get my nose on them, how I feel about them. But of course, if you have thoughts on any of these, I want to hear. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.